What's up, guys? It's your boy, Trump the Gamer here, and holy shit! What a show we had last night! Can you believe it? It was such a crazy show that I could barely sleep. I could barely sleep last night. Getting up today, I mean, I went to bed about 2 in the morning, and I could hardly sleep because I have a damn canker sore in my mouth. But I was so freaking amped up about the pay-per-view that I was up at 8 a.m. this morning to talk wrestling. Yeah, guys, I was that amped up. But anyways, let's discuss the pay-per-view, shall we? Let me just bring up good old Wikipedia here because I don't have the thing memorized. Just a second, I want to bring that up. 2018. Bing. Okay. Pre-show, Bludgeon Brothers defeated Gallows and Anderson. You know, basic match, nothing big. And then you got Daniel Bryan beating Big Cass by submission with the heel hook. That pretty much puts the end of that program. Thank goodness, because, I mean, Cass did look a lot better. But he's still no match for Daniel Bryan, and they kind of proved that by having him tap to that heel hook. And you had Bobby Lashley defeating Sami Zayn in pretty much a squash match, 6-minute squash match. Nothing really to write home about. A couple of Dominator suplexes, 1, 2, 3 for Lashley, and then the IC title match, Seth Rollins in 17 minutes over Elias. A great match. I mean, there was one spot where Elias he threw Seth out of the ring. Then he threw him into the ring post, then he threw him into the steps, then he threw him back into the ring, and then hit a freaking elbow drop off the top rope, looking for the pin, and Seth still kicked out. And there was a bunch of spots where Seth was either favoring his neck, or that one time where he went and favored his knee. It's a pretty good match. And then for the women's Money in the Bank, incoming bias. So for you non-Alexa fans, I suggest bailing out of the video about now. But yeah, women's Money in the Bank. Alexa Bliss versus Becky Lynch, Charlotte Flair, Ember Moon, Lana, Naomi, Natalya, and Sasha. Your winner and the second ever Miss Money in the Bank, the Goddess, Alexa Bliss. That's right, baby. Lexi's going to be back on that championship trail before you know it. Wink, wink. If you're wondering why I winked, well, you'll find out in a minute. But yeah, it was a pretty good ladder match. I mean, there's plenty of cool spots all around. And yes, my hair is a mess because I've had a headset on all day. And I've been trying to stay awake for the past 11 hours and change because I want to be able to stay awake long enough to see Raw. Because probably by the time Raw ends, I'll probably be conking out at midnight, maybe 1 a.m. today. So yeah, by the time that show is over, I'm going to be freaking exhausted because I'll have been up for over 12 hours. If I can survive that long. I mean, I might conk out during Raw. Hope that doesn't happen. That's the last thing we need is me conking out during Raw. But yeah, boys, the Goddess is your second ever Miss Money in the Bank. Way to go, Lexi. Way to go. And then, next up, you had Roman Reigns versus Jinder Mahal with Sunil Singh, and oh my God, the crowd crapped all over this thing. 15 minutes of torture, that's what that was. 15 minutes of freaking torture. That's what that match was, baby. I mean, they had chance of this match sucks, end this match, asshole. Let's go Cena sucks. They did a Mexican wave. They were chanting for Velveteen Dream. NXT, Johnny Wrestling. So yeah, they were basically chanting for anything but Roman Reigns and Jinder Mahal. And I say that, and I feel bad for the two, because I actually like both guys. I mean, I'm somewhat of a Roman fan. I'm not a huge fan of his. I mean, I got a little bit of his merch, but I'm not a huge Roman Reigns guy because they have just pushed him way too much. I mean, sure, you can make the argument that they've done the same with Alexa, but at least with Alexa, they've played to her strengths and not shoved her down our throats. They've done more organic stuff with her, you know? They've played to her character's organic strengths of being a heelish brat. With Roman, they're trying to freaking turn him into a Samoan Daniel Bryan, which he is not. Roman Reigns is not under any circumstances a Samoan Daniel Bryan, so I don't know why they're booking him like that. It's just making them and Roman looked completely stupid. And don't get me started on the whole, oh, I've been held back by this company. They don't want to see me become champion. Bitch, please. You've had how many shots at the Universal Championship this year? And how many title shots over the years? I mean, hell, you even got to deal The Undertaker his second freaking loss at WrestleMania. I'd say you've got the company in your back freaking pocket. So, I mean, if you can pull that kind of shit off, you are probably in good shape with management, bro. You ain't got no management issues. Management's bending over backwards to get you over as a babyface, which is not working. I mean, for God's sakes, if you are tapped to pin The Undertaker and make him lose for just the second time in his entire career at WrestleMania after the infamous streak ending at Mania 30, you ought to count your blessings, son. And not get scripted to say, oh, I'm being held down by management, this kind of bullshit. I mean, come on. How transparent can you get with this kind of writing, bro? You ain't being held down. I mean, that's just stupid. And then we had Mella against Asuka, and we all thought, oh boy, this is where Mella's reign's gonna end. This is where we thought it was gonna end. I mean, for a while, you know, Asuka, you know, kind of tossed Mella around and everything like that. We thought, oh, this is it. You know, this is where her reign ends and everything. You know, for a while, you know, Asuka was making Mella look not so much like Mella's money, but it looked like Asuka was closing in on her first main roster championship reign. And then all of a sudden, another figure hops up on the apron. It's got her robe on, it's got her mask, and we're all sitting there going, who is that? We're all just sitting there going, who the fuck is that guy? Or what is that thing? And then the ref signals for the person unmasked, like, come on, unmask. And lo and behold, it's James Mother freaking Ellsworth! Holy crap! James Ellsworth, you beautiful goat, how I have missed you! Thanks to James, I mean, okay, when he showed up, he freaking gave he freaking gave Asuka, he goes and smiles at her, and he just winks at her, and I'm like, oh, James, you son of a bitch, I bet you the sucker was hiding underneath the damn ring the whole time. He was just hiding under there, and he gets up in Asuka's robe, and mask and everything. Man, oh man, what a genius plan. And, Asuka's all distracted by this. I mean, she was just staring into space at James when he was in the disguise. She's like, oh, is there another Asuka? I mean, they kind of made her look silly by just having her stare at the person instead of just running up, ripping the mask off, and then knocking whoever it was off the apron. But she just standing there staring at it like, duh, what do I do? Duh. Oh, and by the way, let me retouch more on the Alexa Money in the Bank thing before I forget. It looked like at the end there that Becky would win it, but I think that either Becky was going too fast or Alexa missed the cue, because at the end, Becky was pretty much she was unhooking the briefcase as fast as she could. She pretty much had it unhooked from the clasp or whatever the technical name it is for that thing. I can't remember the name and I can't pronounce it right now. But anyway, she pretty much had it unhooked from that clasp thing, and I guess Lexi might have missed a spot or something, because she was just standing there, looking around, standing there. She pretty much had the briefcase in her hands. All she had to do was pull it off the thing. And instead, she's looking around, making sure to be cautious, and all of a sudden, Lexi comes over, tips the ladder, Becky goes, boom, face first into another ladder. Lexi sprints up the ladder as fast as she can, unhooks the briefcase. Chicago goes bonkers. They go crazy for the guys. And I mean, let's not forget, Alexa was the only heel in this match. So the fact that Chicago was going crazy for her, that tells you that even though she's a heel, she's one of the most popular performers in the biz, even if she does have all of these accolades in just 2 years on the biz, But still, I mean, the fact that Chicago loves her, like I said, like I've said on the forums today, if Chicago loves you, you've definitely made it as a pro wrestler in my book. But anyways, back to Mela and Asuka. Asuka's, just trying to recover from all this, and then all of a sudden, boom! Super kick to the back of the head. Cover. 1, 2, 3. Mela beat Asuka! Yeah, baby. Mela beat Asuka. Charlotte beat Asuka. Mela beat Charlotte. Mela beat Asuka. So yeah, she proves herself to be right, even with a little help from James Ellsworth, that Mela is money. I mean, she beat Asuka and she beat Charlotte when nobody thought she could. Even with help from James, she did beat him. I mean, James never touched her, so it was all legal. So yeah, Mela retains the SmackDown Women's Championship with help from a returning boy toy, James Ellsworth. And man, oh man, nobody saw that coming. Well, okay, I'm making that up. A lot of people predicted Ellsworth's return, but nobody expected him to show up that way. Anyways, next up we had AJ Styles versus Shinsuke Nakamura in the Last Man Standing match. It went for a good half hour, and man, this thing was kind of slow at first, but toward the end, man, alive did it pick up. But eventually, after Shinsuke was staring at AJ, he's like, "Come on!" AJ went, boom, kicked him low, and then phenomenal forearm through the table, and AJ beat the 10 count. One of the big spots in there was a freaking Styles Clash off the stairs onto the concrete floor. I was like, holy shit, how's he getting up from that? So yeah, AJ finally gets a clear-cut victory over Nakamura, but this kind of pretty much squanders Nakamura's main event run. I mean, unless he drops down into the mid-card and takes the U.S. title from Jeff Hardy, I really don't know what they're going to do with Nakamura at this point. I mean, what do you guys think they should do? I mean, I would have had him take the belt off of AJ, but I guess they have other plans for Styles and Nakamura. I mean, not the two of them feuding with each other, because they've already faced each other 5 times. But for all we know, they could have a 6 match at Extreme Rules. Good God, 6 matches between the same 2 guys? That'd be a little overkill, don't you think? Anyways, then you had the Raw Women's Championship match with the baddest woman on the planet, Ronda Rousey, against Nia Jax. And, Ronda was bumping like a champ for Nia. I mean, there was one spot where she actually looked like she freaking fell out of the ring from one of Nia's throws. They looked like she didn't have any clue where she was. So that was a pretty cool spot. But in the end, Ronda did get the armbar on her after a cross body block off the top for a 2 count. Eventually, Ronda slapped the armbar on her. She finally got the fingers unclasped, and she was about a second away from doing that, from getting the submission and becoming Raw Women's Champion, when all of a sudden, bang! Lexi with the briefcase to the back of Ronda's head. Disqualification victory for Miss Rousey. Meanwhile, Lexi just keeps beating down Ronda with the briefcase over and over and over again. And then she starts beating Nia down with it, throws Ronda over the announce table, and then officially cashes in. Nia charges at her after, Lexi did some more damage before the bell rang. Nia charges at her right into the DDT. Lexi does a little bit of an arm wringer, and then Twisted Bliss. 1, 2, 3. That's right, folks. The Goddess, on the same night she became the second ever Miss Money in the Bank, is now a 5-time champion. 5 times. 5 times. 5 times. 5-time champion. You heard it right, boys. She is now a 5-time women's champion in WWE in just over a couple years. I mean, she's got 5 championships, 3 on Raw, 2 on SmackDown. She's won the first ever Elimination Chamber. She's the second ever Miss Money in the Bank. And she's the first female to cash in on the same night she won it. So, I mean, she could retire tomorrow, and she's built a Hall of Fame career in just 2 years. Pretty damn crazy. But yeah, even with that cash in, odds are Nia and Ronda will be coming for Lexi. So, here's hoping she's got a plan, because, oh boy, you just pissed off 2 of the most dominant competitors in the Raw Women's division, and I hope you've got a plan. And then finally, for the main event, Braun Strowman versus Bobby Roode versus Finn Balor, Kevin Owens, Kofi Kingston, Rusev, Samoa Joe, and The Miz on the McLaren match for a World Championship contract. I know I don't really talk about the matches that much. That's why the videos are much shorter than, say, somebody like JD, because I don't really write down things like on notes. I just go over what I remember from the matches themselves. So you're never gonna see an hour-long review video from me. I don't have the patience to go an hour. But anyways, there was plenty of cool spots here, but the biggest spot that I saw was freaking Kevin Owens was on top of a ladder, and Strowman raced up there, and Kevin's pleading for his life, and Strowman's like, "I told you you'd get these hands!" And he just shoves Kevin off the ladder, about 25 foot ladder. He shoves him off it. He goes, boom, through tables and cables and shit. That was like a 25 foot drop. Yeah, KO took that bump for all of us. It's like, holy fucking shit. That boy has metal balls. That boy has balls of steel. And then there was another spot where they had a couple ladders barricading everything, and Miz is in there ready to climb the ladder, and Strowman just comes rushing down and just barrels through them like they're freaking plastic. He just goes boom right through them, and Miz has this look of like, oh my god. He basically had to look like he was gonna shit his pants. But anyways, after that massive bump with KO, eventually they get back to the ring, and it looks like Kofi's gonna use Strowman. He's gonna, use Strowman on his back to get the case, but wasn't to be. And your Money in the Bank winner is Braun! That's right, folks. Team Little Big swept the briefcases. Lexi with the women's briefcase, which he cashed in just 2 hours 8 minutes. The fastest cash in for a woman, obviously, because Mella's was 287 days. And Lexi, of course, for 2 hours and 8 minutes. But yeah, now the men's Money in the Bank is held by the Monster in the Bank, as Cole called him, and you know exactly who he's targeting. He's going right after Brock Lesnar. So it should be interesting as hell to see what happens on Raw and SmackDown over the next few weeks. We don't know when Lesnar will show up. Maybe Strowman will announce his cash in for SummerSlam. I really don't know what they're going to do with the big guy, but I'm excited to see what they do with Alexa in her third Raw Women's Championship reign. She needs one more to tie for the most Raw Women's Championship reigns, and she needs two more championships to tie her idol Trish Stratus, and if she gets 3, she'll have the most championship reigns for women in WWE history with 8. So Lexi's in rarefied air with just 5 championships already in 2 years. That's pretty damn impressive, even if she's getting championships at a little bit of an over-accelerated rate. But anyways, that was my Money in the Bank review. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I know I probably didn't sound as energetic as I normally would be, but that's because I've been up since 8 in the morning. It's almost 8 at night. So I've almost been up for about 12 hours. So yeah. I mean, you know a pay-per-view is good when you gotta get up at 8, when you usually don't get up till noon, and you're getting up at 8 in the morning to discuss wrestling. That's when you know a pay-per-view is fucking good, bro. But anyways, till next time, here's your boy Charm Stinger signing out. Remember, if you like this video, be sure to please give it a like. And subscribe to join Charm Nation today. If you have any video game requests, be sure to leave them in the comments of this video, or at my Twitter feed at CharmCity25. And don't forget to check out my friend at MelRKO7 on Twitter for all her take on the world of wrestling. So, till next time, peace out. And once again, congratulations to the goddess on becoming a 5-time champ. Peace out for now.